Hey guys, my name is Koushik and welcome back to LetCode. In our previous video, we have discussed how to do the drag and drop using Protractor. Today, we are going to learn how to do the contextClick. In Selenium, we have a function called contextClick that is going to do the right click for us. So contextClick in the sense to perform a right click. But in Protractor, it's different. We do not have any functions like contextClick in our actions class. We can achieve that still using the actions, but the implementation is little bit different here. So let us understand how to do that. The test case scenario is we have to click on this right click. We have to click on this right click button. And once we do the right click, it's going to ask for click me. And if I click on that, it's going to give us this alert and we are going to handle that. Now, if I do the left click, it's not going to work or it's not going to give us any that little pop-up. But once I do the right click here, we can see that it's going to give us. So let us understand how to do this using Protractor. So I'm just going to head over to my editor, and here we have this before all. We are navigating to this particular URL, and within this we have written our spec, so context or the right click, and we have our default import statement here. So first thing, we have to find the element. So I'm just going to right click anywhere and going to bring up my element tab here, and let us inspect this element. So it's in button. The entire this parent tag is button, and we do not have any ID or anything, so we can go with the XPath or maybe CSS. So if I move little upwards, here we can see that we have this particular tag. So I can just copy that and then followed by I can see button. So here we are going to write the CSS, and this is actually giving us 1 of 1, but here it's not highlighting anything. The reason is the Chrome got updated today and the version is 84, and actually it's not working. It's giving us the matches but not highlighting any of the element. It's working only for the class name, so that's it might get resolved in the next version. Let's not worry about this. We can just copy this and here we can say dollar symbol, so that is going to find the CSS, and let us store this in a variable. So I'm just going to name this as btn button, and after that we are going to call the action, so browser.actions, and then we are going to do the click here, and we are going to click on this btn. Now this clicks, we know that it's just going to click on the particular element, but when we call this click from the actions, here we can see that it can accept another parameter that's going to be of option button. So we can pass like what button we have to do the click, for right click or the left click or even the middle click. So for that we have to say comma, second argument we have to pass the button here, and I will say Protractor dot button, and then if I click on dot, here you can see that it's giving us 3 options. Either we can do the left click, right click or the middle click. So our scenario is to do the right click, so I'm just going to click on this, and after that of course we have to do the perform. Make sure that whenever we are going to use these actions, we have to do the perform or else it is not going to work. And here I will say await, because of course we are using this as async and await concept. And after that, once I right click on this, we are going to click on this as well. So let us inspect this, and we do not have any ID or class name, so I can just write the text based XPath. That's going to be very quick, I believe. So double slash button, and within the square bracket I can just use dot equals, within the double quotes, single quotes, I can pass the value, and it's giving 1 of 1, so it's correct only. So let us copy, and here I can say await browser, not browser, we have to call the element by dot XPath, and then the value, then we are going to do the click. That's it. Now once we click on this, of course it's going to give us this alert, so we are going to click on the OK. So here I can say await. Just instead of clicking, we can actually print the value so that we can understand that okay, the right click has happened, and then we can click on the OK. So first let us store this in a variable. So browser dot switch to dot alert alert. So I'm just going to give a reference to this, and here we'll say console.log alert.getText. That's it. And this await for this alert. So we are clicking on this, we are switching to this alert. So this is going to return us the promise So for that, we are storing this in a variable. And once the promise has resolved, we are using this await to resolve the promises. But get text is also going to return as promise of string. So we have to use another await here. Yeah, doesn't look good, but this is how we have to handle the promises. And then we are going to accept the alert. So here I can say alert dot accept. And as soon as I do, you can see that our code editor is giving a suggestion that of course we have to use the await as well. And that's it. I think pretty much we are done. Let us try to run this, then we'll discuss again. Okay, so actually the right click has happened, but if you noticed, it is going to do the right click in some another place, not in my button. The reason is in my previous video also I said that when we are going to use this async and await conditions, whenever we are going to do some click actions in this within this actions any of the method, we have to await, and also we have to use the get web element, right? So if I use this now, here you can see that it's going to work for sure. I'm just going to bring up this line here so that it will be looks pretty. Now if I run test again, okay, so it accepts the alert and that was very quick. And to confirm that, we can see the logs here. So here we can see that context menu click that is coming from our this particular alert text. So right click and click on this. Here we can say that context menu click. That is exactly same here. So this is how we have to handle the right click in Protractor. And only thing you have to remember is whenever we are going to handle any of the element within any of the actions class, I mean actions functions like click or drag and drop anything, we have to use the await and as well as the get web element, or else it is going to give us some strange behavior as we see earlier, right? Now you might also ask me, Kaushik, there is already click in the button itself. Then why we have to use the actions click, not the button click? So let me answer you that as well. So if I say button dot click here, and if I mouse over on this, here you can see that it is not going to ask any parameter within the click method. The return type is void of promise, and also it is not going to ask any parameter. So that of course I cannot pass anything into that. But if I mouse over on this dot click, which is coming from our actions class, and if you see the documentation here, you can notice that by default it's going to click on the left. And if we want to change, then we can use this button interface to do the right or the left or the middle click, right? So I hope this makes sense to you. And that's it. We are pretty much done with this. In the next class, we are going to continue with the same actions class and probably see some of the examples. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one very soon.